What's going on, everyone? This is Devahntau Colonel, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a digital marketer, and I don't consider myself an expert. I'm just a man that has paid a few $1,000s for some courses to learn what he knows. I've spent a couple $100s in testing out these things and having varying amounts of success with them. And I've also made it a point to stay up to date on these things. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into tip number 5, which is why you even should care about showing up on your followers, your audiences, your friends' newsfeed at all. So in the past couple videos, we've talked about the Facebook algorithm and how it affects your ability to pop up. And so at some point, some people might just say it's not even worth trying to beat the algorithm because it's not worth popping up there. But I would like those that say that to consider this. Previously, the only ways to remind your customers that you existed, especially if you were a small mom and pop shop, was to put out an ad through newspaper, through whatever your local television station was, which could be very expensive, through radio, paid radio ads, and all of those things cost exorbitant amounts of money. Magazines, local magazines as well. And the thing with that was there was no way to track where that money was being spent. As in, you would spend $120 to be in a magazine and you had no way to know if the people coming into your business were from the typical flow of traffic that you normally would have, or if it was from the advertisement that you paid to the magazine or the radio or what have you, unless there was some kind of code like, if WFM the one said, go in and tell them that you heard the radio ad, then that was the main way. However, with Facebook, you don't have to leave it to those types of contingencies. If a person sees your ad or if a person clicks onto something on your page, that's recorded. Now, yes, people could say, oh, I saw your thing in the newspaper, I saw your thing on the radio. However, you also have an amount of people that are just gonna forget. They're just gonna know that they saw it somewhere and they're just gonna come. And why have that happen when you can track everything and you can do it for free? That's the biggest thing, is you can do it for free. Now, if you're a person who's trying to be strictly free to play, then your money has to be, every penny needs to be used like $1, and the traction that you get, you need to replicate that traction and you need to multiply that traction in order to have growth, as if you're trying to keep as low of a budget, as low of an overhead as you can. So that's why you need to care about popping up on people's newsfeed. Yes, it's gonna take some amount of work. Yes, it's gonna take an amount of networking and linking up with people. But in future tips, I'm gonna cover how to go about setting it up so that you can get that engagement that puts you in front of people's eyes and on their newsfeed. So definitely be sure to stay tuned for that. This pretty much concludes tip number 4. And if you'd like to join the free social media tips group from Devahntau Colonel that I have, that is all of these tips in written form, as well as the newest tips that I already have created that are already there in written form, then you can just copy the initial part of this video, free social media tips from Devahntau Colonel, go to Facebook and search that and paste that copy text into the search area, and then it'll be the group that comes up for you. Request to join. I'll then look at it and I'll message you. We'll talk about what's required in order to join, because there are requirements. I don't just let anybody in. And then from there, you'll be able to gain that value at an even further updated pace. On this channel, at the moment, I release 2 to 3 videos a week. And over in the group, I've already released 50 plus tips, and I'm continuing to do a new tip every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like the channel, but it's the most up-to-date stuff. This stuff that I'm saying right now is still relevant. That's the great part of me doing this in video form, is I can update the things based off of what's happened in the past couple of months and say, well, this was the tip back then, but now it's not. So when that happens, I'll be sure to make that augmentation. But having access to the group gives you a couple more other benefits as well. But that pretty much ends it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to always get the new tips that I give out. Turn on the notifications, because otherwise YouTube will not acknowledge that I've posted something for you. And be sure to check in next time. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.